Hello, my name is Catherine Trindell, and this is my project on Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. It takes place in Igbo, Nigeria, with the main character being Okonkwo. Okonkwo's major flaw is his fear of being seen as weak. On page 13, it says his whole life was dominated by fear, the fear of failure and of weakness. He didn't show any emotion because he thought it was a sign of weakness. He even treats his favorite adoptive son, Ikemefuna, just like everybody else. And when he's told Ikemefuna has to die by the oracle, he kills Ikemefuna even when he's dazed from fear in order not to show emotions towards anybody. He's also abusive to his family because he doesn't want them to be weak. He beat Ijogo during the week of peace because she went to get her hair plaited instead of making dinner. He beats his second wife, Ikwefi, because she cut a few leaves off of a banana tree, and he tries to shoot her when she mutters something about his poor shooting capabilities. Some of the other characters are Noye, his oldest son, who he's ashamed of for being irresponsible and lazy, his daughter, Enzima, who he's very fond of but wishes she was a boy, Obiorika, his best friend, Unoka, his lazy and irresponsible father, and his 3 wives. Only 2 of them are named in the book, his second and third wife, Ikwefi and Ijubo. Things Fall Apart starts with the author giving a backstory towards why Okonkwo hates his father so much. His father's been dead for 10 years, but Okonkwo hates him for being a debtor and for being lazy and irresponsible. Okonkwo wasn't judged for his father's actions and gained respect after beating Amalinze, the cat, during a wrestling contest. One day, a neighboring villager kills one of his tribe's women, and in order to keep the peace, has to give Okonkwo's tribe his son, Ikemefuna, and a virgin. Ikemefuna comes to live with Okonkwo's family and becomes popular in the family and grows close, especially with Okonkwo. One day, the oracle says Ikemefuna has to die. Izudu, one of the elders, tells Okonkwo not to take part in Ikemefuna's murder, but Okonkwo kills Ikemefuna anyway, in order to show he doesn't have any emotions. Later, Okonkwo's gun fires at Izudo's son during Izudo's funeral in an accident. Okonkwo is found guilty of a woman crime, since it was not on purpose, and his family is banned from the tribe for 7 years. While he's gone, Okonkwo makes plans for his return. White European Christians start invading, and many villagers, including his own son Noye, join the white Christians. After 7 years, Okonkwo returns home, but only to see that the missionaries are taking over his village as well. In anger, Okonkwo burns a Christian village and gets jailed. In jail, he gets beaten up. When he's released, he tries to start a rebellion and kills a white man, but the rebellion doesn't support him. They're too scared. Half of them just give up and the other half join the Christians. In the end, Okonkwo knows that the white men are coming to get him, and he feels like there's no hope for him to regain his status or for Nigeria. He gives up and he kills himself. The 3 most prevalent themes and motifs in Things Fall Apart are traditions, religion, and gender roles. There are 3 main traditions that are talked about often in Things Fall Apart. The first being the Feast of the New Yam. It's an occasion to give thanks to Ani, the earth goddess, and the source of all fertility. It's held every year before harvest, and the last night before the festival, the yams of the previous year are disposed of. A large festival takes place on the day of the Feast of the New Yam, and it's somewhat like New Year's Eve. Another tradition is the kola nut tradition. It's a symbol of mutual respect and community when a host welcomes a guest into his or her home. The kola nut is broken and then eaten. The last tradition is the Week of Peace. Every year, during the Week of Peace, no work is done, and neighbors congregate and drink palm wine. The purpose of this is to honor the earth goddess Ani prior to planting new crops. Religion. The Week of Peace and the Feast of the New Yam both honor the earth goddess Ani and are examples of their religion. Okonkwo's tribe also makes sacrifices in honor of their gods or to appease them. When Okonkwo beats his wife during the week of peace, the priest tells him to bring 1 she-goat, 1 hen, a length of cloth, and 100 cowries. Gender roles. There are very stereotypical man and female roles in Okonkwo's tribe. The female is seen as submissive and full of emotion, whereas the male is seen as hard and strong. There are even male and female crimes, the male being more harsh crimes and the female being accidental crimes. Masculinity is very important to this tribe, and polygamy is one aspect of that. Only the men are allowed to have multiple spouses, and having more wives is a symbol of your ranking in society. Okonkwo is the epitome of the male stereotype. He is a super manly man and is very strong and emotionless. Chinua Achebe wrote Things Fall Apart in response to Joseph Conrad's 1899 story Heart of Darkness, which was based upon his travels up the Congo River. It depicts the natives as savages, and Chinua Achebe was greatly offended by this. He wrote Things Fall Apart to show the point of view of the natives during the British colonization. He uses Okonkwo to show how they felt, and Okonkwo's eventual suicide to show the desperation that the natives felt during the colonization.